Okay, so today I will do first a small recap what we did, and then we'll move to new topic. Okay, so first we understood yesterday we discussed about Dataweave, like what is Dataweave and what all version we have. Then how to use Dataweave Playground, we went through that. Then we like I explained what all portion we will use, like where you will pass input, where you can write database script, and then where you will get output. Okay, so this part actually we discussed, like we have inline and file one, so that we did some modification. I will do correction in this ppt. And then we discuss about the structure of Dataweave. We have two part, one is header and another one is body. So in header, what all you can define, we discuss about everything, like we can define database version, then input type, then output type, we can define namespace, we can define variable, we can define function. All those things we discuss in detail. And then like we have gone through few example. Then we have discussed about input directory, what all input directory database support, like application JSON, application XML, then application Java, application CSV, application DW, text plain. We discussed multiple formats. Yesterday we focused on JSON and XML, since these two are very commonly used. But today we will discuss about few other input type or output type. That will be our application CSV one, application database, text plain, all these we will see. Same we have in output type also, similar to input type, we have output type also. Okay, and then we have gone through few example. Okay, so today we will start from this Dataweave rule. Okay, so whenever we are discussing about Dataweave variable, function, whatever new things we are defining there, okay, so we must need to follow some rule or some pattern. It's not like that you can define any name or anything in variable or function. There are certain rule we must need to follow. Okay, so first rule is that name or function name or variable name must be start with alphabet. Okay, it can be in lowercase, it can be in uppercase, that will not create problem, but it must be alphabet. Okay, whenever you are defining any variable or any constant or any function, you must need to follow this rule. Second, in special character you can take only underscore, you can take numbers, and you can take letter. So letter should be A to Z, capital and small, number 1 to 10 anything, and then underscore. Okay, if you will take anything else like a part of this, like other special character like dollar, hash symbol, then it will give you error. Okay, and third thing is there, you should not use reserve keyword in case of, like whenever you are defining function or variable, you should not use reserve keyword. And where you will get list of reserve keyword, you will get in this link. So I will share this ppt, then you will able to open and you will able to see all the reserve keyword. So you should not take reserve keyword for your variable name, for your function name. Okay, so we'll see one small example here. Let me go to Dataweave. So here I am trying to define one variable. Okay, and here, so this is working fine, this is working perfectly, since I followed that rule and I defined this. Now what I am trying to do, I am trying to use some special character in variable name. So you can see invalid input dollar expected alphanumeric. Okay, it should be alphanumeric, it should not be special character. Same way, if I take any other special character, again we are getting same error. But in special character you can take underscore, and after underscore you must need to put any alphanumeric, it can be anything. Unable to resolve reference for ABC. Okay, sorry, this one. Okay, So name must contain alphanumeric and underscore only. Okay. If you want to use number at the starting, then again you will get problem. Okay. So your name, variable name should not contain number at the starting. It must be start with alphabet, either it's a lowercase or uppercase. It should contain a combination of alphabet plus numeric number plus underscore only. Okay, it should not contain any special character, and it should not be any keyword. What reserved keyword we have in Dataweave, we should not use that one. So what all reserved keyword we have? For example, we have map function. For map function we have reserved keyword map. Okay, it's taking this map, but it's a good practice, don't use that special keyword. Yeah, sorry, reserved keyword. Okay, reserved keyword you can use, but it's recommended you should not use reserved keyword, since map is a function. Okay, and we use that like name for reserved keyword, means we have that reserved keyword, we should not use that one. Okay, like this we have another reserved keyword. Some reserved keyword will give you error also. So better to avoid any kind of reserved keyword, and you will get list in that particular link. Okay, what I will share with this PPT. Okay, so here we have some example like abc underscore 123 a123 a12 underscore qwz. These all are valid example of our variable name or function name. We can use any of these. So here we are going to do a small quiz. So we have 1 2 3 4. Everyone need to tell in chat, so which all is valid keyword and which all are not, sorry, which all are valid variable name and which all are not a valid variable name. So put your answer like 1 2 3 4, yes no like. Okay, let me go to chat. Let me see how many people got this idea, what should be valid and what should. Okay, I think everyone's seen my screen. What okay, I think you need to reconnect. Other people are seeing, so most probably there is some network issue from your side. Yeah. Abhishek and Mani, you can monitor. So I hope we are getting. Okay, so I am moving to chat screen now. Let me see also like what answer is coming on, or maybe I can split my screen into two part. Oh, if I will split, 1 and 4 is valid, 1 and 4, 3 and 4 are not recommended, 1 2. Yes, I'm showing my screen again, so you let me put in chat, or otherwise sorry. Yes okay, so I think now like we will go for answer. So you can check how many of you have given correct answer. So only for so only valid answer is yes, first one, and other are not valid, since here you can see number is on first place, so it should not be a valid. Okay, then here dollar, so this is like as I told you, this is special character, so special character should not be. And then last one is type is a keyword. Okay, so we should not use this keyword also in place of variable name. So only correct answer will be first yes and other will be no. Is it clear to everyone? If anyone has any doubt, you can ask quickly. Okay, fine. I think this is very easy part, so hope everyone got it. Okay. Okay, so here now, so we will see how to comment in database. Okay, so here you can see we have one database script. We can do multi-line comment, and we can do single line comment. To do multi-line comment, it should be start with forward slash star, then it should be end with backward slash. Similar to other programming language, here also we can do multi-line comment. If you want to do single line comment, it should be 2 times forward slash. Okay, so this particular way you can comment out particular part of your database script. Okay, if you want to see it practically, then here you can see so for now you can see only this payload value. So what we have inside payload, you can see only payload value. Since this particular payload is not commented, a part of this this one is commented, and let's see. This one is also commented. Now what I will do, I will comment this thing and I will remove comment from here. So you can see now we are getting payload.message in output. Previously we were getting entire payload, since payload was not commented, and payload.message what was commented. Again I will comment this, I will remove this, then you will able to see entire payload. Okay, you can see entire payload. So we have flexibility here. We can do single line comment and we can do multi-line comment. So what I will do now, I will remove this multi-line comment. Now you can see this particular script here. Okay, so in Dataweave we have flexibility. We can do single line comment and we can do multi-line comment. Okay, same way in whenever you will go to Mulesoft code, there also you can do single line comment, you can do multi-line comment. So there you will get some shortcut also to do this. In Dataweave, in this playground, I am not sure they have given any shortcut or not. I think they haven't. But in AnyPoint Studio, you have some shortcut. You can use that shortcut and you can do single or multi-line comment. Okay. Hope everyone clear with this. Okay, now in Dataweave, whenever we are dealing with Dataweave, so many places you will see special character. Okay, so in Dataweave, how to deal with special character, this is very much important. So many time, whenever you are getting string, or whenever you are doing some operation, you need to use that some special character. Okay, so in that case, how you will deal with special character, so here we are going to work on this. So here you can see we have $sign. So here we have one simple string, that is a something. So you can see here a something is coming, that's fine. String is there, so string is coming as per expectation. Second, you can see here $sign. Okay, so here we have one we were discussing about special character. So here you can see when I am taking this dollar sign slash, this backward slash and then dollar symbol, then only dollar is coming here. And if you will put direct dollar, then it may give you some error. Let me quickly check. Okay, so if I will use direct dollar, see, it's giving error. So you can't use dollar symbol, dollar special character directly. If you want this particular symbol in your string, then you must need to use backward slash before this. Same way with this single inverted comma. In case of double inverted comma, you will see, if you will put double inverted comma with backward slash, both will come. Okay, and if I remove this, then it will give you error. Okay, so here we have some limitation with this double inverted comma, but for other special character, it will remove this backward slash and it will take that special character after this. Here you can use some combination also. For example, you want to use 2 times dollar, so you need to write backward slash dollar, backward slash dollar. I want to add single inverted comma, so here, okay, now for single inverted comma it's taking double slash. Okay, so this special backward slash, after this we can use combination of special character also. Okay, so here whenever you want to deal with special character, you must need to be careful and you must need to use backward slash. Okay, now in case of this double inverted comma, as I mentioned, you must need to use backward slash, and whenever you will use this, it will come with backward slash only, but this behavior will change as per your data type. What is your MIME type for output? Okay, if it is JSON, then it will behave like this, but if you will go to XML, okay, so here you can see for this double slash, it's coming double slash only. Sorry, for this double inverted comma, it's coming double inverted comma only. So this behavior is dependent on your output type. Okay, only for this double inverted comma. For other dollar, single inverted comma, and for other special character, behavior will be same, but this behavior will change for this. Okay, and only thing you need to remember here, that you must need to use this backward slash. Other combination you can check when you are working. You have to you can do some Dataweave POC and you can work on this. Okay, so next, this one is very important part of Dataweave. Okay, double backslash, please. So single one you can write directly, and double one, yes. So if you want to use this double backslash, so first single one will treat it as normal, okay, and if you want to put another backslash, then you need to write it 2 times. Is it clear? So these all things are part of compiler, okay, Dataweave compiler. Okay, so we don't have any control. Whatever logic they have created, we must need to follow that one. Okay, and in worst case, there may be some workaround with the help of Java. If you want to use some special character and that is not handled by Dataweave, then you must need to use your Java code to handle those special character, and Java is very much compatible to handle those special character. But still in Dataweave we have flexibility. You can handle multiple special character, but if you are finding some issue you are unable to handle, then you should move with this Java, or you can write JavaScript. Okay, as I remember, like one time I have faced issue with Dataweave when I was dealing with this special character. Then I used JavaScript and I resolved that issue. So you need to you need to be open, you have to search on Google like what solution you are looking for. If Dataweave is capable, then well and good. Otherwise, go for JavaScript or Java. Okay. Now this particular thing is very much important in Dataweave selector. Okay. Whenever you will write Dataweave, you must need to use some selector. We already using some selector, but now here we will do detailed discussion of this selector. Okay, so till this point we are using first selector single value. Okay, like payload dot message or something, like we used multiple time, but so here you can see. Okay, let me go with anyone. So payload dot message. Okay, this one is dot selector, single value selector. So what it will do, it will select single value and it will display you here. Okay, for example, here we have message, then we have name, okay, we have message and name. It will select only this particular single value message from here. Okay, if I want name, then I want so we use this single value selector very frequently, and this single value selector is denoted by dot, what we are using here. Okay, next we have multi-valued selector. Okay, so what it will do, so here you can see after dot we are placing star. Okay, let me explain in this another way. I think I have created one. Okay, this one is like a good example to explain single value selector and multi-value selector. So here you can see payload dot users. So this users dot user. So what this single value selector will do, out of this three user, it will select first user and it will give you in output. So we can see only we are getting Viv. Okay, now if I will convert this to single value to multi-value, so what it will do, it will take all the matching key from here and it will display all the matching value. So here you can see Viv, bat, tf, all three having same user. Okay, for this particular payload, wherever you can see this particular key, it will display value of all the key in array format. But single value, it will select only, it will take only one. Okay, so this is like a difference between single value and multi-valued selector. And like if you will say in real time, then mostly we deal with this single, like we use this multi-valued one also, but mostly you will use this single value. Okay, there can be some business scenario where you need this multi-valued one. Okay, next descendant. So what it will do, so dot dot, if you are from this Linux or other background, then you should know like this dot dot will give you descendant value. Same way in Dataweave also we have dot dot for descendant value. So if you go with one simple example here, so sorry, so here payload dot dot. So what it will do, it will create one array. Okay, and it will take all the descendant value. So first descendant value will be user. Okay, let me take in XML only, or let me put in JSON. So I hope everyone is more familiar with JSON. So let me deal this everything with JSON. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, correct. So here you can see what I did here. I took payload dot dot. So first it will create one array, and it will take our first descendant. This is this one, starting from name to this. Then this particular we yeah. After this, what it will do? It will take another payload. Okay, let me convert in XML only. It was more clear to explain. Control Z. Okay, fine. It's not going back. Control Z is not working. So here you can see now our what is next descendant. So this user is not next descendant of this user. Okay, so second one will come this particular user, and then inside this we have another descendant is this one user. So again it will come this particular descendant. Okay, so this payload dot we will use very rarely, but what it will do, it will take all the descendant value one by one and it will display in array. Okay, but this particular thing you will use very rarely, but other two what we are going to cover, this two you will use very frequently. Okay, so what I will do, I will comment out this and try to understand in this one. So here you can see payload dot dot name. Now it will not take care of like where you have name. It will explore entire payload and it will check where all places you have name. It will take all the names. So first name is here Weeb, second name is here Bat, third name is here BDD. So it will take all three names. Let me put one more name here. But here you can see that particular developer guide is not coming. Can anyone tell me reason why it's not coming? So as I mentioned, this payload dot dot name, what it will do, it will check all the descendant value and it will find where all we have name. So name Weeb, it's coming here, name Bat, it's coming here, name BDD, it's coming here. Okay, but one particular name is not coming. This name is not coming, except this all name are coming. Can anyone tell me? Just now we covered this particular thing, maybe 10 minutes back. Correct. So here we did single value selector. So what it will do, in this particular name we have first name this, second name this, third name something. Okay, let me take another name. Okay, so it's okay, it should be comma separated. So it's taking only first name from each descendant. So first descendant inside this user this, second descendant is this, third descendant is this. Okay, so what it will do, it will take first name from each descendant, but if you want to select all name from each descendant, then you need to use multi-value selector. So now it's, you can see here it's taking name Weeb, name Bat, and here inside this particular descendant we have three names. It's taking all the three names. Okay, hope everyone clear with this. Okay, next we have dynamics. Okay, So dynamic one, again, like you will not use very frequently, but yeah, we have this capability, so you should know how dynamic works. Everyone please go on mute. So here we have output application JSON and then payload.ref. Okay, so here you can see, let me format this. Okay. So here first what I am taking here, payload.ref. What is the value of payload.ref? Name. Okay, so this value will be name. Now inside payload I am taking name. So payload dot, instead of payload dot name, what I am giving here, payload bracket name. So what it will do here, it will search this payload has, in this particular payload where we have name keyword, so it will select this, and what is value here, Dataweave, so it will take Dataweave. If you want here, instead of this dynamic value, you can hard code also. It will also give you this value Dataweave from this name key, but here I want to make it dynamic. I don't know what will come, name will come or something else will come. For example, you have one input payload. Okay, let's say you have one input payload. Okay, and we don't know like what in from input which value I will take. I will take Dataweave, I will take 1, or I will take ABC. Okay, so this thing should be decided at runtime based on this ref value. If ref value will contain name, then I will take name. If ref value will contain age, then I will take age. So how you will make this particular logic? So here you need to define payload.ref. Now if I am passing in input, if I am passing ref equals to age, then it will take age value. If I am passing this as a add, it will take address value, and if I will pass this as a name, then it will take name value. So in this way you can define dynamic selector in Dataweave, and this one is like very much important. Okay, you should know, then you will able to make your Dataweave logic very simple. Okay, next we have key value pair. Okay, so $key name object with the matching key. Okay, this one I haven't used. Let me quickly check. Abhishek, you have idea? Key value pair dot $key name. Okay, this one actually I haven't used, so I need to check. I will explain later. Okay, fine. Next. Okay, object with the matching key. Okay, this one I will take, or I hope I got it. So payload, then okay, so what it will do, from your object it will take key value pair both. Till this point, if you will put ref only, then it will give you value of your reference. Okay, but if you want this key also and value also, then you will use this. Okay, yeah, this one we use very rarely, but yeah, still if you should, like, you should know. If okay, so here we will get key value pair both. Okay, okay, fine. Yeah,
him you said like you were facing some issues and you used JavaScript to overcome that. So what
yes.
was that regarding, like how you can use JavaScript in Dataweave, he's asking.
Okay, yeah,
So you are talking about Java code or JavaScript?
No, we have scripting component. If you go in
Okay, you're
Mulesoft,
talking about that.
yeah, so you will get scripting component. You can use that scripting component and you can write your JavaScript code there. Okay, and if you are talking about scenario where I got, so there was one scenario where I was getting like slash n was not working. Like I want to remove all the special character from my string. Okay, like slash n, new line or whatever was there. I want to make it single line string. Okay, at that time I was facing difficulty with the help of Dataweave. So what I did, I written one, I explored on internet, I got one JavaScript code which was like making all these, which was removing all the special character from your string. You don't need to do anything. Then I used that scripting component and I written that JavaScript and it worked perfectly. So that was the scenario where I used. Okay, if you are comfortable with Java, then using Java also you can write Java function and you can remove all the special character.
Yeah, and you can use Dataweave to call the Java file that we will show in the coming session. That is possible. Like you can call Java using the Dataweave. Okay, Ravi, we have other question like Karthik is asking, is there a way to use multi-value selector with dynamic selector?
Okay, so here we have, where is the dynamic selector?
Adding Chika is saying like dynamic value, but to achieve this, we need to make changes in input. She's asking that. She or he like.
Where is my dynamic value one? Oh, I think this was only.
Any interview questions?
This one was
Hello?
the key value. Yeah.
That any interview questions in the
So-
database?
See, we cannot say you directly over here right now. Okay, but whatever we are showing you, you can just see that like these all are interview questions only. Like you can get questions like this.
Okay, okay.
Okay, and here I will request focus on learning. Okay, interview question is
Oh.
second part. You should, once you will learn this thoroughly, you will able to answer all these interview scenario based question what is coming on Dataweave. Okay, but first focus on this concept. Okay, everything come from concept only. First focus on concept. Once you will get concept, whatever scenario they will give you, you will definitely able to answer. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So Abhishek, what was that question?
So the question is there a way to use multi-value selector with dynamic selector? Okay, adding to that dynamic value, but to achieve this, we need to change the input. And the third one again regarding this is where exactly we use this dynamic value. These all were the questions.
See again, like where exactly you will use. So as I mentioned, there can be some scenario where which key value you want. Okay, value means what value you want from which key you don't know at the development time. Okay, so you need to design your API in such a way you will pass which key you will select at runtime. Okay, and during runtime what it will do, it will take that particular key from where you are deciding which particular key I need to select. For example, I passed name here, then what it will do, it will select name from all the key and it will take like it will print value. So first objective of this dynamic value selector is at the development time you don't know which key value you want. Okay, so you want to take decision at the runtime, then we should use this dynamic value selector. Okay, now you are saying like it can be multi-valued or not, that even I haven't explored. So I will take this as a like I will try to take this in next session. I need to explore is it possible or not, since like this particular dynamic value selector is not frequently used, so I don't have much exposure, but yeah, I will explore it on this part and I will try to answer this. Okay, hope it's like I am able to answer. And second part what I told, I will try to take in next session. I need to explore a bit. Okay, Abhishek, any other question?
Not much. Like someone is asking about filter and again about dynamic, but filter we will cover in another.
Yeah, okay, fine. So key value pair is done. Next, index one. This index range, this you will use very frequently. Okay, this you need to understand. And this one is as I have experience, like we are using very frequently. Okay, so let me take any example I have or not. Okay. One example for this. Or this is also fine. So what I can do, let me make it array. Okay, or let it be. We have enough example. So here you can see, like we have array, and inside array we have repeating object, and each repeating object have message, name and age. Okay, now what I will do, if I will write here payload dot message, so what it will do, or let me put only payload. So what it will do, inside payload we have array, so entire array will come in your output. Okay, coming. Okay, fine. So here you can see when I am taking payload, so entire payload is coming, but I want only this first element of or first object of our array. So what you will do here, you can write here payload 0. So what you can see here, it's taking first object hello world 1, developer guide 1 and age 1. If I will change this 0 to 1, then it will take second payload. So you can take it, you can see it's taking second payload here. If I will change this payload 4, so 4 means index 4 means fifth payload. So where we have fifth payload, we have this one. So it will take fifth payload. It will take fifth payload. So here you can see fifth payload. So this particular selector, this index selector, you need to define index and it will take value from that particular index. Now what I want range of index. For example, I want from this second payload to fifth payload. So what will be my range? Second payload means index 1, then 2, fifth payload means index will be 4. So you can see here it's taking second, third, 4, 5. It's taking from here to here. Now there may be some scenario I don't know what is my last index. Okay, it can be 5, it can be 10, it can be 20. So if you don't know, in that case you can write -1. Okay, -1 always represent last index, or if you want you can put directly here also. So if you don't know what is your last element, then you can use -1 at that place. Okay, and if you want to give range, then you can give like anything 4 to, not 4, 3 to -1. So it will take from that index to last one. Third index means fourth payload to last payload. Okay, so this index and range will work like this. Okay, we have some other filter here, so I will take important only, I will not take all. So another one is namespace. Okay, yeah, yesterday someone asked what is namespace and like how it will deal with namespace, how you will deal with namespace. So today I have very good example for this. Okay, first try to understand this. Here we have one payload where we have XML payload. Okay, so this XML payload has two child tag. See, so this one is root tag, and this root tag has two child tag. One is table, another one is also table. As I mentioned in yesterday, like we have one society or colony where we have two house. Both house has like similar, everything is similar, paint, door structure, like you can say whatever decoration they have did from outside, everything is 100% same. Then it will be difficult for someone to identify which like home or house he need to go. So how he will identify? He will identify through his house number. Okay, so each house will have unique house number. Okay, so here we are avoiding namespace conflict, like we are not going to incorrect house. Same way in XML, these two table you can see. Okay, let me make it completely similar, then you will get good idea. H table, F table, and then now you can see this two table has everything. Unexpected close tag, tr, td. Okay, so here you can see both has completely same structure. This table also and this table also. This is inside this root tag. Now if I want to take value from this, okay, let me change value. Okay, now if I want to take value from this one, I want to take value from this table. Okay, then how I will take, and from this table how I will take. So only difference you can see here, this namespace. Here we are using H and here we are using F. Okay, if you see Dataweave coding here, payload inside A we are taking payload. Inside payload we have root. Then inside root we have two tag. One is H tag, another one is F tag. So value of H tag, what is value of H tag here? Or let me take H only instead of HTML. Let me take H and F, and here H and F. So here inside A we are taking value from payload.root.hashtag table. So where we have hashtag value is tr.html. So where we have tr.html, this one. Okay, so what it will do, it will take this particular table. All the structure of these two table are same. If I will not put this, it will get both places, it will take first one. Okay, it will not filter out all the table. It will see what is first table and it will take. If I will put star here, it will take both the table, means it will take multi-valued. So here you can see h1 f1 h1 f1. Okay, but if you want to make call of a specific table with some identifier, what is the identifier here? Namespace. In HTML, for particular tag or particular root element, if you want to put some identifier, then you must need to define namespace. So it will avoid any conflict between multiple elements having similar structure or name. Okay, so what will be syntax here? If I want table from this namespace, okay, then I have to define h namespace. Okay, if I will not define anything, then it will take first one. If I will put star, it will take all. And if I want to take for particular one, for f tag, then we need to define h. And for namespace, we use this as symbol. Okay, this part is a bit complex, so I'm giving 2 minutes of time. If anyone has any query, you can ask. Okay, so this particular keyword we use to define namespace. Okay, this is keyword defined by Dataweave. Okay, we don't have any control. So this is their way of writing this namespace. Okay, so this is keyword to define any namespace. This is name of namespace. Okay, and this particular, so whenever we define any namespace, we used to give some URL. Okay, this is standard format to define any namespace. Okay, same way we have defined another namespace, f namespace. So keyword should be ns, then name of that namespace, and then some URL which denote or which help you to make it unique. Okay, and now to use that namespace, syntax will be h namespace name and then hash symbol. Again, this is like way of Dataweave compiler to understand or to write code. Okay, I hope Surbi I am able to answer your query. Still, if you have any query, you can ask. Yes, yeah, correct. So if like you are calling some external system, and that is SOAP service, and they follow some namespace, without that namespace, like you are not getting, means many places like in XML, actually we have to follow like many strict rule. Okay, if they have defined their SOAP service, like you are calling any external SOAP service, and when they are taking value from their input, they are defining namespace also. Okay, I'm not sure like if anyone know this particular thing, like in web service, if you will not if you don't want to force namespace, you can use star there. Okay, and if you want to force namespace, then you must need to give namespace name. If that external service has used that namespace name, and if you will pass something else, then it will create problem for them. Okay, they will not able to give you expected result. And if they have used star, then whatever namespace you will pass, or if you will not pass namespace, that external service will give you response. Okay, it depends on external service. If that external service must need particular namespace, then only it will give you success response. In that case only you need to handle this in this way. Otherwise you are good to go ahead without namespace. Yes. Domain name is URL only, correct? Actually I don't think like there is another standard is always this only. You have, okay, yeah, it's also domain name only, no? This is also domain name only. This is also domain name only, so you can use any domain, but yeah, that should be specific to company, like for which client you are working, and that should be specific to like that should be some relevant name. It should not be like you can put anything. Okay, fine then. Yeah, that should not work. That will give you error.
Then, Krishna, you want to elaborate your question? Okay. Dave is asking, any error relevant to XML in Dataweave causes schema validation error. Then that can be possible if you are passing. Okay, you got it. If you are passing a wrong input, which doesn't satisfy the structure, then that can be a error, a bad request. Okay, we can move forward.
Yeah. Okay. So other like Dataweave selectors are there, which we use very rarely. But whatever we discuss, first focus on this, and this all selectors you will use very frequently. And if you have good understanding, you will able to write all the Dataweave code and everything. Okay. Now, yesterday we discussed about few supported data format. Like yesterday we were more focused on this application JSON and application XML. Today we will see some more data type, okay, data format like DW, CSV, then text plain, which we use frequently only. Okay, I will not cover all, but I will try to take you through most commonly used data type, okay, what you should know. Okay, so first let's start with CSV1 or DW1. Okay, I have one example here for DW1. So this particular DW, okay, not this one, application DW. Okay, so this DW data type we can use, and you can convert particular request format. It can be like CSV, it can be JSON, and DW will convert in standard. This is another standard format which will convert in Dataweave language format, messaging format. Okay, but this particular messaging format also we will not use very frequently, but you should know like there is one more messaging format is there, that is DW1, and it will convert your input payload into, you can see here output is DWL. Okay, and it's converting, it's very similar to JSON kind of thing. Okay, second and like second CSV format that you must need to use multiple places. Okay, and you should have good understanding. So here you can see in CS, like here we have request in JSON format, like first name, last name, sex, employee ID, email address, country, date of birth. So these all are input in JSON payload. I want to convert into CSV format. Okay, so what will be my syntax? So here output should be application CSV. This one I commented, so first ignore this one. So output will be application CSV.
చిన్నడా 10:30 టైమ్
It's
9:30 స్టార్ట్ చేసినాడు క్లాస్ వాడు.
everyone
10:30
please
అవుతుందిరా.
go on mute. Hello.
Man, who is this? Go on mute, please. Money check.
Okay, so here I am taking this payload and output type is application CSV. So you can see here automatically this particular JSON converted into CSV format, and CSV format is comma separated one. Okay, you can define your own separator and you can convert in that particular format. Okay, selector you can select, and if here you can see this particular thing, John, right, mail, everything, name, then last name, everything coming without single like double inverted comma. If you want to make it like John should be a double inverted comma, right should be double inverted comma, then you can uncheck this quote value. So if you will quote value true, then see everything is coming inside this double inverted comma, what is our expected or like request value, it's coming in same way. And if you will make it, if you will remove this, by default it will take false. Same way we have separator also, but long back I used separator, so let me see if I can remember syntax. So we can define our own separator also. For example, /r/n separator. Okay, let me quickly check if I can get any separator. And for separator you can't use direct name, you must need to use their special character like how we are defining. So yeah, these all things are there. You can define header, skip character you can define, then separator. Okay, separator by default it's comma separated, but if you want you can define your own. So let me quickly check. Okay, here they haven't given any syntax to use separator, but what I can use, what I can remember, so
Separator keyword.
yeah, separator.
Also need yes. Yeah, separator. Also it will suggest Dataweave will suggest like if you have written anything wrong, so it will be SEPA RATOR.
Sorry, SEPE.
SEPA. E will not be there. Yeah.
Okay, and let me use. Okay, this separator one is not working. I will explode and I will explain in next session. But here you can define your own separator, but by default it will take comma separated one. Okay.
No, but try it before quote values. Try it before that, and also try with like someone was asking about header. Let me get the separator one.
So we have multiple separator. Actually we have pipe delimited, we have comma separated. Okay, so it depend on your CSV file, like what CSV file you want to generate and what separator you want to put. So
maybe it's not working in this playground. Remove one
yeah,
of
okay,
that,
working. Yeah, got
yeah.
it. So here you can see now I am using separator pipe delimited one. Okay, so if you will use pipe delimited separator, so you can see here everything is coming in pipe delimited form. Okay, so if in this way you can define your separator also. Okay, instead of comma, if I want single invert, So see, everything is now coming with single inverted comma. Okay, so in this way you can define your own separator and you can generate your CSV file. So by default, by default it will come comma separated one. Many places you will use comma, like 80% cases I will say we are using comma separated, but there may be some specific requirement. If you are connecting with any IBM system, then mostly they follow this pipe delimited one. Okay, if in case of whenever I am connecting with IBM system, I observe this, they prefer this pipe delimited. I don't know is there any constraint from their side or it's easy to handle, but I observe this. So pipe delimited also you will use very frequently. Apart of that, other I haven't observed like other special character you will use. Slash n like each after every record. For example, we have here multi-valued record. This is in array. Okay.
Ravi, can you do some example with headers? Like I'm getting few questions on headers.
Okay, I'm going here. So here you can see now we have two record. So this key is coming one time, and how many time we will have record, those many of records will be created here, and this is in CSV format. I hope everyone got this, like how to convert any messaging format in CSV format.
Yeah, and by default header is true. So if you don't define header equal to true in the upper part, then also you will get the first line as the fields. What all fields are that? If you don't want that field, then you can do it header as false.
Okay, yeah, header one, if you want to define, by default it will be true. Okay, so let's header line number. Okay.
No, the upper one. This is the header.
Header is true or
header
false
line.
You can do.
Yeah.
Okay, so here header is true. If you want to make it false, okay, what is difference here? Header is true. So you can see here this particular key is coming here: first name, last name, text, employee ID, email address, country. These all key is coming here. If you will make it false, then that key will not come, only you will get value. Okay, and here I can see you can define index of your header also. So header line number, you can define index, which line you will consider as a header, that also you can define. Okay, hope everyone clear with this CSV format.
Yeah, quite good. Would you like to try like header false comma separator pipeline? Might
Okay.
be that
Okay.
comma should work. No, put comma.
Okay, let me
Instead
try
of putting
first
it
like
in the
this.
middle.
Yeah, first I'm trying
Okay.
like this, and then
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Babu. So you should give a comma.
okay.
Okay, we can move forward to read keyword. We are using header is true.
Yeah, you can check if we have any query.
Not as of now.
Now other messaging format we have this. Okay, Dataweave we already covered. Text plain. Okay, so it will give you text plain value. Let's say we have this JSON payload. Okay, and I want text plain value, so it will give you here. You can see we are getting text value. Okay, so if you want, you can convert your data type into particular format. Same way, if you want to convert in Java, you can convert in Java. So for Java, syntax will be application/Java. Okay, so you can see here output type is application Java. Okay, so this particular Dataweave output type is very much important. So based on different scenario, you need to convert in different format, and you should have good understanding of this. Okay, now, so till this point we have learned about different data type and what all like basic thing we should do. Now I will slowly move to AnyPoint Studio, and I will show you. So till this point we did everything inside this platform, this dwlang.fun. But if you want to do similar kind of practice in your AnyPoint Studio, so how you will do this? So let me share with you. Okay, so here I created simple Mule application. First I will explain this what I created, and then I will do everything from scratch. Okay, then you will get complete understanding. So here what you can see, I have one Mule application. Okay, it's taking time to load, let it load. So till this point we seen we can write this Dataweave script, okay, and we can get expected result. Okay, so here we have preview option and we can see response here. Here, like till this point we seen we can write here code and we will get response here. But in Dataweave we have this like feature also. You can drag and drop and you can do mapping. For example, here I have location address and I want to map this location address with or let me take, what is this? This is detail, and in input data attribute relationship author data id type include, yeah, we have this name. Inside this attribute we have name, and here we have detail. Inside this we have name, age and gender. So I want to map name of attribute with name of details. So how we can map? So we can drag and we can drop it here. So you can see here automatically it will generate Dataweave script for you. Okay, so this is the another feature we have in Dataweave. We can drag and drop and we can generate our Dataweave code. If you remember our first session, I explained that like we have two way of writing Dataweave code. So one is graphical map field, another one we can write Dataweave script. So right now we are discussing this graphical map field, how we can make it graphically. So you don't need to write code. If you are not very good in Dataweave, you can use this particular way. But here you will have like you can do limited thing only. Like if you want to do some further processing, then it will be difficult from here. But in other integration technology, what I observed, they have much more capability. You can add function in between. But in till this point in Mulesoft, they haven't added that feature. If that feature will be added, then yeah, you don't need to learn this Dataweave script also. You can do everything from here. But till this point, so far, we have that limitation. So you must need to have Dataweave scripting knowledge. But you can take initial help of mapping from here. I want to say till this point only name is mapped with name. I want to add map with age to age. Now age is also added. Okay. Now you will see how you will create this input structure, how you will create output structure, and how everything will be created. And you can see here in preview you will get response also, like what value is mapping here. So first I will explain how you will create this input type, how you will create output type, and how you will do mapping. Okay, let me create one project from scratch. I hope everyone got understanding what we are going to do. Now I am doing from scratch. I am creating new Mule project. Okay, and I'm taking one HTTP listener, then I'm taking one transform message, I'm taking one logger, so for listener I'm doing some small configuration. Okay, now I want to take, so here you can see in input I am not getting any other things, I am getting attributes I am getting, but in payload I am not getting anything. Inside variable I am not getting anything. For output also I am not getting inside, and I am not getting anything in payload. Okay, so we will not able to do mapping, we need to do everything from script. But if you want to make your task a bit easy, and if you know what is your input and what is your output structure, then it will be very easy for you to create here mapping. Okay, so first let me help you to create two structure, one for input, one for output, and then we will do mapping. Okay, so first I am creating structure of input. So in input my JSON payload will contain first name. Okay, so always try to use camel case everywhere in Mulesoft. Whatever name, whatever you are defining, application name, file name, folder name, use camel case. First name developer, last name guide, then mobile, country code, +91, mobile number, okay, then address line 1, then city,
Supplementation comma is not there.
where
Mobile number, in mobile number.
thanks. Okay, so this is our input payload. Okay, so what I will do, first I will save this input payload. Okay, this is my data sample or sample data, sample request data.json. Okay, save this. Okay, and next go to new tab. So here, instead of first name and last name, I want only name. Target system or my output should contain only name, and this should contain, okay, there should be space. I don't want this last name. Then country and mobile number, it will contain only mobile number, and this will contain country code also. I don't want this country code separately, or let it be country code and mobile number will be separate only. And this address, I want only one address. I don't want three address, like 3 line. So I want only address. Address, house this, city, country, everything. So this is my output structure. Okay, so this will be sample response data. Sample response data. Okay, and save this. So now we have input and output payload structure. So what I will do, I will go to Dataweave. Here I will inside src main resource, either you can create inside this or src test resource, anywhere you can create. Let me create here only. Src main resource, new folder, sample data. I created this folder, sample data, and inside this folder what I will do, I will copy paste those two files just now I created. So sample request and sample response, copy from here and paste it here. Now we have sample request data, sample response data. What I will do here, I will go to this Dataweave, define metadata, go here, click on add, define here request, create type, request here string, and then type, I don't want simple type, I want JSON. So select JSON, whatever you want you will get all. So I want JSON one, and you want to define it, so you have two way here, either you can use schema or you can use example. So I created example, so let me go with example. Select that particular folder. So that folder is inside src main resources, sample data, request. So this will come here, and click on select. So you can see here that particular structure is coming here. Same we will define, you will do for output. Click on add, response, create type, JSON, example, src main resource, sample data, response. Okay, you can see here in response also. Now I want to do mapping. So this first name with name, last name with name. Okay, first see here. So this first name is going with name. Okay, if you want to see preview. Okay, first let me delete everything. Only payload. So entire payload is coming. What payload we have here, entire payload is coming here. Now I will remove everything and I will do mapping from here. First name with name. Oh, okay. Let me view this one only. So you can see here I mapped this first name with this particular name, and we are getting name as a developer, and you can see here syntax is generated, Dataweave script is generated here. I want last name also here only, so automatically it will create mapping for you. Payload.first name default value empty, payload.last name, so you are getting developer guide. But I want to add some space also, so you need to do it manually. So in between I want space, and for last name also I want to add default value. Okay. So developer guide we are getting. Now second, what we want country code with country code. Okay. And then we want mobile number with mobile number. So everything is generating here. So let me make it full screen. Okay. Next we have this three should be inside address. Okay. So first I will map this address with this address. Then this city with this address. Okay. And then this country with this address. Okay, so you can see here everything coming by default. So here I want to add one space, and same I want to add before this city also. Okay, so this in this way you can generate your Dataweave script graphically. Okay, you don't need to write much code. If you will have complete structure of your input, if you have complete structure of output, you can easily do this. Okay, and after this, if I will run this application, you need to pass that particular input payload, and based on that it will do required transformation and it will generate output payload. Okay, this part is very simple, so I'm not going to do it. Everyone want me to run this application, or is it good like we will be more focused on Dataweave only? Hope we can skip that part, deployment part and testing part. This will definitely work. So you need to pass particular input payload, and it will do required mapping and it will generate this particular output payload. Okay, now another thing we discussed, if you remember, like we can take this source code from this file also. Okay, so to do this, what we need to do, we need to externalize this particular Dataweave syntax. Okay, so what I will do, I will take this particular syntax, and inside this sample data only, or let me create one more folder. Folder name will be Dataweave or DWL. Here do right click, new, and you will get here file option. Okay, here file name you can write like sample DWL. Extension must be DWL. Click on finish, and here you can paste your script, what script you have. Okay, and then where you want to use this particular, so go to your, let's say we have another transformation. Okay, and here instead of writing my Dataweave script here, I want to reuse existing Dataweave script. So what I will do, go to edit option, change it from inline to file1, go to search, and here go to src main. Okay, where exactly we are? Okay. Then resource, Dataweave folder. Okay, it's not coming. Abhishek, I'm doing any mistake here?
Come again?
I'm doing any mistake here? It's not taking this one.
This DWL. go back, cancel this. Show me what you're trying to take it as a file, correct?
Yes.
So you just need to put sample.dwl. That's it. Just put
Okay.
sample.dwl. It will automatically take it. Okay, you have put dwl/sample.dwl.
Okay.
It will automatically take from your resources. Yeah.
Okay. So if it will be correct, then syntax should come here. Let me quickly check.
Change the slash, make it a backslash. No, check the name. I think you are doing something wrong.
Sample.dwl, this is fine. Oh,
This is empty.
okay. Fine. So
not saved. Now make the slash again back. Yeah. Forward slash. Okay, it will change again, I guess. Now go to sample. Now go to sample.xml. Sorry, sample.dwl.
oh
Yeah, put it again. It overrides.
yeah, got it. Yeah, generally we do in reverse order, so that's why. Yeah. So two issue is there. I think that is something different. That is not related to this. Means that can be dummy issue. So you can ignore this dummy issue. Like you need to put default value. Okay, and unable to call with. So this is like dummy, so you can ignore this one, but still if you want to fix it, everywhere you need to put default value. Then here this issue you can ignore. Okay, if you want, if you are getting error at this place, if you can see red cross here, that means that is genuine problem. If you are getting just error here, then that is dummy error. You can ignore and you can proceed. Okay, that will not create any problem. If you want, you can let me deploy this application. This application will deploy it successfully. There will not be any problem.
Ravi, we are creating two files. One is the dws/sample.dwl and another one is the in dwl folder sample.dwl. Which one will take?
Okay. I think we are referring this one. Yes, we are referring this one. We can delete this one. Okay, so this application is deployed successfully, so there is no problem with this particular mapping. Okay, fine then. So I think we are almost done with today's session. So if you have any query, then you are open for your query, and we will wrap up our session after 10 minutes. So for next 10 minutes, we are open for your queries. Okay, no one has any query.
That's how to take the file from the playground from this studio.
Sorry.
Means how to take the code from playground from this studio.
From
And
playground to studio, you can copy paste. I don't think there will be any other option.
Okay.
There is a question from Rama. In optimized perspective, do we use metadata? What size of metadata can use in entire project?
Okay. So metadata in request, if you are saying, then definitely we should take some metadata in header, like a transaction ID. We